Hey there guys, and welcome back to Hursty Games. First of all, Happy New Year. Hopefully you've all had a really good New Year's and you've been with families and friends and all of this good stuff. But I'm going to start off today with a video that's a little bit different, but kind of rolls in with the fact that it's a new year, I guess. So as I'm sure many of you are aware, Team of the Year is just around the corner. And there have been a few little things leaked and sort of hinted at over the last sort of 4 or 5 days. Mainly on Twitter, but they've been hinted at in a major way and people are reading into things a lot, and I'm going to give my little point of view on a couple of things. So first of all, I'm not sure if you guys have seen, but there has been a small leak about, it's like a community voted Team of the Year. So much like the actual Team of the Year, like the Ballon d'Or Team of the Year is voted by the community of footballers and people in the footballing world and industry. There's been a leaked thing about the possibility of the FIFA community team of the season, or team of the year, sorry, being released and created by the FIFA community. Now that can mean a number of things. That can mean that, you know, do we get to vote on the team of the year? Would that be from like the 55 Ballon d'Or nominated players, or will it be completely random, or what? I don't know, but I've decided to take matters slightly into my own hands. So I have picked from the list of 55 nominated players for the Ballon d'Or Team of the Year, the actual like Team of the Year. I've picked from those 55 my personal 11 players for Team of the Year. Now these obviously are all my opinion, these are off of things that I've looked at and stats and all of this kind of stuff, but some of these are from people who I think deserve it, some of them are for people that I would like to see. So there is a little combination, you know, some that would be maybe like, really, do you think he gets in? But it's my opinion, and that's kind of, I picked them not all because they definitely need to be in there, but because I think, you know, I like them, they've had a good year and maybe they could sneak their way in and deserve it. It may be who I vote for. But enough of me blabbering on, let's have a look at my starting 11, my Team of the Year. So I've got the players in front of me on my screen here, so if I'm looking this way, that's why, and you can understand that I'm looking at them to like read stats and stuff, because I've made all these cards using the Team of the Year design and everything, and I've kind of tried to guess stats and you know, ratings and things like that. Now they're not all going to be right if they are picked, they're probably not going to be these kind of stats, but it's from what I've guessed, so if any of them are anywhere near, then well on me. But let's start off in goal, and of course I've gone with David De Gea. Now firstly, I would love a Team of the Year David De Gea, because David De Gea for me is the best keeper in the game, but also he has been incredibly good for Manchester United this year, so big shout out to him, and a good reason I think that he could definitely make the Team of the Year if they do change it and they don't do the actual standard Team of the Year that they've kind of pre-released. So David De Gea for me in goal, 97 diving and reflexes, 93 kicking, handling and positioning. That is an incredible card. It would be absolutely ridiculous if a card like that found its way onto FIFA. So that is my pick for the goalkeeper, 97 rated De Gea. Now across the back four, we will work our way from left to right. So the second player, another different player from the actual announced Team of the Year, I have gone with Alaba. Now I think Alaba has been in the running for this for a number of seasons and has been very unlucky to basically not be more popular than Marcelo. So it's difficult, but I 100% think Alaba could get himself a card this year, and if his card looks anything like this incredible hooligan card, it would be an absolute bomb. It would be an absolute ridiculous pull. So 93 pace, 80 shooting, 88 passing, 87 dribbling, 89 defense and 82 physical. That card would be ridiculous and would be like the ideal CDM. I mean, it's absolutely crazy, looks absolutely disgusting. So if that card gets released, 93 rated Alaba, we're in for a shout. But up next in centre back, actually one of the only players that are similar are the same as the sort of predicted and the actual winning Team of the Year in real life in the Ballon d'Or, and that is the 95 Bonucci. Again, ratings and everything not guaranteed, not confirmed, but this is the card I put together. 75 pace for a centre-back is ridiculous, 62 shooting, not too fussed about that, 78 passing, again for a centre-back is pretty good, 79 dribbling for a centre-back is really, really good as well, and then 94 defence and 89 physical. That card looks absolutely incredible. The only reason I've made it 95 rating is because I've worked it out to an average of +7 from all of these guys' regular cards. Now, the one thing I've done here, which I absolutely hate doing, and I hate other people like FIFA doing, is having a rating of a card and then none of their stats equaling that. So like his highest stat is 94 defense. So I would have made them higher, but I've gone with the general maths and everything that FIFA seems to use rather than what I would have liked to have put on him. But that's what I think his card would look like if he got a 95 rated team of the year. Partnering him, another player that is actually in the team of the year, 97 rated Sergio Ramos. This card would be absolutely incredible and would really make me consider getting a Sergio Ramos back in my team. But looking at this card, 83 pace, again crazy for a centre-back, 73 shooting is mad for a centre-back as well, 80 passing, 79 dribbling, 94 defence and 90 physical. This card would be absolutely crazy, it would be absolutely ridiculous, and I would love to see it become an actual thing. Would absolutely love to see it become a thing. So 97 rated Sergio Ramos, I think would be incredible. Right back we have Valencia, 92 rated, the lowest rated team of the year that I predicted. This one is more of I would like to see this because actually yes, he has had a very good season and a bit for Manchester United. Does he deserve team of the year? Maybe not. But I would rather have him than Dani Alves in my personal opinion. So looking at his card, like I said, 92 rated, 94 pace, 96 shooting, 81 passing, 89 dribbling, which is really good, 87 defence and 92 physical for a fullback is absolutely incredible. So I think this would be an absolute bomb of a card. His inform is incredible. I haven't got it, but I've used it in drafts and stuff, and it's one player that actually I would love to save up for, but I currently can't afford because I'm spending all of my coins on making packs for Team of the Year when it actually does come out and trying to pack one. So I think this card would be an absolute bomb. But enough of the defence, let's move on to the three-man midfield. Okay, so on the midfield, I've gone with the 4-3-3, which is what the Team of the Year seems to always be, at least for the last couple of years. So starting off with Modric. Now, Modric has had a great season from what I've seen in stats. I don't watch too much of the Liga Santander, but from what I've seen, he's had a pretty good year. So 96 rated, 80 pace, 83 shooting, 93 passing, 96 dribbling, 79 defence and 72 physical. This card would be an absolute gem in that midfield. He would be all over the shop. Even though he's only got 72 physical and 79 defence, he'd still do a pretty good job, I think. So he'd be quite a good like free roaming CM. But that card looks absolutely insane. The ideal sort of behind your strikers to get you those assists. And I mean, he's going to get one, I think, regardless. But if he's 96 rated and looks anything like that, he's going to be a beast. Next, a player that actually I think has gone under the radar just a little bit in regards to the team of the season and stuff and nominations and all this stuff. He's had a really, really good year. He's been really understated, and that is Isco. Now, 93 rated, I think he would be a real steal. I think he'd be one of those players that is a little bit cheaper than you'd expect him to be. But I think his card, if he again looks anything like this, is incredible. So 78 pace, 90 shooting, 89 passing and 96 dribbling. Now those stats overall just about better than Luka Modric in my opinion. So that's a really, really nice display of card. And then 61 defence and physical, don't need to worry too much about that. Isco for me this year is one of the most consistent players in the game. And he's been pretty consistent when he's played in real life as well. So I think Isco is in for a real shout if we do have a community-made Team of the Year. So I think that would be a gem of a card, and I'd really like to use that if it was made a thing. But the last card, and I think this should have been a thing last year, and if it isn't, it should have been a thing this year. And again, it wasn't, and that is Kante. Now, Kante, I think, is an absolute boss in any FIFA, but also in real life, and very much deserves a Team of the Year. 94 rated is what I've gone with, so 88 pace, 76 shooting, 83 passing, 87 dribbling, 89 defense and 91 physical, makes him the ideal CDM. It's an absolute boss of a card. It actually looks quite similar to the Alaba card, but I think he would be a real boss in that midfield. He would run that defensive midfield for you. I've not been the biggest fan of his card this year, just because it doesn't quite suit my play style, but if this card was a thing, I don't think I'd have a choice but to give him a try. It looks incredible. He would go for millions, and I think he would be an absolute gem. But that is our three-man midfield. We're going to move on now to the big boys up top. So out of these front three, there are two players who you are obviously going to guess, but I don't think many of you are going to guess the third player. So let's start off with the left winger. It's really obvious. It's Cristiano Ronaldo, the Ballon d'Or winning best player of the year, Team of the Year Ronaldo. Now this card is ridiculous with 99 on pace, shooting and dribbling. Then he's got 40 defense, 88 physical and 90 passing. Ridiculous card. He would be so expensive. You're probably looking at about 5-6 million for him. He's going to be ridiculous. Again, he's definitely going to get a 99 rating. Whether he gets those stats, who knows? But that's what I predicted. I think he will be absolutely crazy. I don't need to talk too much more about him because everyone is expecting him to be in there. Up next, the other guaranteed Team of the Year is Lionel Messi. I made him 98 rating because normally what they do is the Ballon d'Or when it goes one above. So 98 rating for Messi, 98 pace, 99 shooting, 99 dribbling, 97 passing, 34 defense and 70 physical. Again, not too much to say about either of these guys. They're kind of main staples in. They will pretty much always guarantee themselves a spot. So those two cards, again, Messi, you're probably looking at about 4 million, 4 maybe 5 million, because Ronaldo just seems to always be that bit more expensive. But the player that I think deserves to be the final player and the striker for this team, it's not Neymar, it's not Suarez, it's no one else, it's not Griezmann, it is Harry Kane. Now, you're probably thinking I'm being crazy, you're probably thinking, oh, you're English, you're just throwing him in there because. Now, there are a number of reasons I put Kane in. The amount of records he's already broken this season, and actually technically across last year, he broke records last year as well. But he is the highest scoring player in all of the major leagues last year. So why would he not make it in Team of the Year? He's in a very good league, and a very tough league actually. You know, if he was in the, say the BBVA or the Ligue 1, he probably would have scored even more goals. So I think he's in one of the toughest leagues to get big, like high amounts of goals scored, and he's done that, and he's become the highest goal scoring player of the year. So definitely a good shout. He's been incredible in general for Tottenham, and actually you'd have to say, with Tottenham not being the biggest team in England, and I'm sorry to any Tottenham fans that might offend, but you know, Man City you would have to say is a bigger team, Chelsea you'd probably have to say is a bigger team, maybe not so much at the moment, but Man United are probably a bigger team than Tottenham. But to get that many goals with a team that's in like the top 6 but is probably not gunning for the league, you'd have to say Harry Kane deserves a spot in the Team of the Year. And for my personal reasons, I think he's made it. So it's 96 rated, this Harry Kane. It's been the hardest one to make the stats for because he's had so many special cards already. Again, another good indication that he probably does deserve to be in this. The most special cards out of all of the players on this list. 83 pace, 98 shooting, 85 passing, 89 dribbling, 95 defense and 93 physical. Out of all of these cards, for me personally, it would be one of, if not the most desirable card. I think I would love to use that card. He'd go straight into my team, partnered with Aguero, and I think he would just score goals for fun. I wanted to give him 99 shooting, but again, I kind of worked out the maths, and 98 is what it fell at. So, on the screen now, hopefully, as long as I haven't messed things up horribly, you will see this team, you will see what it's all about, and you'll see what I have gone for. I think this team would be absolutely ridiculous. If you agree with any of these players, leave a like on this video. Leave a comment if there's players that you would put in instead of people. Leave a comment for other people you want to see. I'd love to put a QPR player in there, but let's all laugh together. As we know, that is not going to happen. So, again, subscribe if you are new around here. Thank you so much for all the support on this channel. It's been crazy how much this is building, and in the new year, I will try my best and utmost to get consistent, if not more frequent, uploads for you guys. But thank you so much for checking this out. See you all very soon, and of course, look after yourselves. See you later, boys.